Chiefs, Chargers. And the reason I'm going to tell you that is this. Justin Herbert started his career last year playing almost even with some great quarterbacks, including Mahomes. Came up a little bit short on a bad team, no offensive line, the whole thing. Herbert's been slightly unlucky so far this year. And the Chiefs, it's not like Mahomes has never lost back-to-back games before. They did it in 2019, 2018. I think that's a much closer – I think the Chargers key are a liver underdog than people realize here. And I think it's a matchup of two of the most talented quarterbacks along with Aaron Rodgers in the world.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good game, Chiefs Chargers. I just got to go with the Rams and the Buccaneers. Mm-hmm. That game is that one there is going to be something electrifying, I think.
It looks like the best game on the slate.
If you think about 2 years ago, Evan, if my mind serves me correctly, that Tampa Bay Rams game was in the high 50s with Jameis Winston threw like 1,700 million yards and touchdowns. Although the Bucs lost in the end out in L.A., it's always been electrifying. You go back to last year's game with the Rams and the Buccaneers in Tampa, where the Rams got the best of the Buccaneers, and now you got this team going out there fully strapped, except without possibly AB, but they got so many other weapons at Tom Brady's disposal when really the secondary of the Rams got one guy in 5 in Jalen Ramsey. So everything else that you got on defense is there. I got Aaron Donald. I got Jalen Ramsey. I put him over to the side in the corner somewhere. You go figure out what you need to do. Then I got about 3 other receivers that I got to account for. Do I have enough in that secondary to account for those 3-4 other weapons that Tom Brady has? That's why this game is going to be intriguing to me.
See, I'm going with the underrated game here. I'm going with the Sunday night game, Key, because this is the game of Monday morning quarterback headlines. Because think about all the narratives around this. You got Aaron Rodgers going to play against Kyle Shanahan and the 49ers, right? The team that potentially he could have played for this offseason when they made the call. Hey, is he actually available? You got, will Aaron Rodgers throw a dud? And if he throws a dud, will we come back Monday morning and start talking about, here's the offseason again, didn't take it seriously. What's, on the max? Is it to the max? Are they at 0, 50, or 100? And then if Jimmy G doesn't get it done,
Trey Lance,
that conversation, that chatter starts. I think there's a lot swirling around that game in San Fran.
I think that's a good pick. I think Rams-Bucks is the best game on the slate. Like, that's the one I think will be played at the highest level. But I want to get to the Chargers.
See, these two teams, the Buccaneers and the Rams, could be a preview of the NFC Championship game.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know that the Chargers and the Chiefs will be a preview
that's
of the NFC Championship game, right?
It's not going to be most likely, right, of the AFC. I think your pick is the
conference is right.
I think your pick is the best game. But what intrigues me about the Chargers and Chiefs is like Justin Herbert as a rookie did things where people are like, that reminds me of Dan Marino. That reminds me of Patrick Mahomes. So the point is, come Monday, are we going to be talking about Justin Herbert the way we were talking about Lamar Jackson after he beat Patrick Mahomes?
Yes.
We will be talking about him that way.
If Justin Herbert beats Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs, we will be having a conversation on Monday, or better yet, conversations throughout the day on Sunday, about Justin Herbert leading into Monday. All next week will be Justin Herbert's week.
What if they lose, but it's a shootout and they're both fantastic? Not the same.
Not the same. You don't get the same yeast as you would get if he beats a team. See, because we already see that he plays well, but now what's next on your list?
It's amazing.
Your hit list is the W. If you get the W on your hit list, now we can start taking you to the next several steps. But if you lose, Max, the only thing we're going to talk about is Patrick Mahomes. Oh, my God, what a throw.
This is why veteran NFL players have a kind of cynical view, I think, toward the media when we start hyping up someone like Zach Wilson or downing someone like Sam Darnold, because it is a team game. The easiest thing for fans and media to do is talk about head coach, quarterback. And, Jay, obviously there's a high correlation between the performance of the head coach and the quarterback and the team.
Well,
but there's more to it than that.
Did you see that? Did you see the stat that was just up there? His QBR is 43.
Who?
I mean, Justin Herbert.
Yeah, but he had a couple. He had one called back. He's had a little bad luck.
I understand.
He threw
I guess
two picks.
I want to ask you this, Key. You know, and I didn't get a chance to obviously go through my second year in the league, but it definitely happened to me my rookie year as a college player. When you go through that first year, people don't know about your tendencies. People don't know about your gifts. And if you explode, they feel like their back is against the wall on how they have to prepare for you because there's not a large body of work. Are you starting to see a little bit with Justin Herbert? Maybe I know it's a small sample size in 2 games. Are you starting to see that people are starting to understand a little bit more his strengths and his weaknesses? And how do you think do you think he'll hit what he hit last year this year, or will he have a sophomore slump to a degree? A slight drop-off? Because last year, we were talking about him as a top 6 quarterback in the league. Are we going to be talking about him as a top 6 quarterback when this year is done, year 2?
I think so. I think you will. Look, he threw 3 picks in 2 games. Okay. They've got to get a hold of that because that can get out of control. A lot of times when you've had success early on, you don't really understand the success that you had, so you think you could duplicate that again just like that easy. They'll fix whatever they need to fix, but even against the Cowboys, some of the stuff, the arm strength, the talent, the being able to throw big boy throws from one hash all the way across the field on a tight rope, that's ridiculous. That is just flat out ridiculous. He's got to get control of the turnovers. 3 interceptions in 2 games, you don't want to see that. But I think he will continue to head down the right road. If you look at him against the Cowboys, he made a handful of mistakes. But, God, some of those throws, I just – you can't tell me the Miami Dolphins are not kicking themselves. You just can't. There's no possible way you can't tell me that they're not kicking themselves and they look at that dude throwing that football.
Or the Washington football team. There's no doubt he's differently talented.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.